Welcome back to another edition of the Feminine and Purposeful. My name is Patience Godswill. If you're seeing this face for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. I'd like you to enjoy this video and be part of this amazing family, and please don't make it your last. And to my old subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back.
I'm dreaming in dreams bigger than me, taking my time.
On today's edition of the Feminine and Purposeful, I like to talk to young girls. I like to talk to about to be married. I like to talk to teenagers. I like to talk to women generally who are not yet married. Now, it's a common belief that it's good to marry early. It's good to marry in your early 20s. It's good to marry before 20 because it will help you to have your children on time, grow with your children. And then if you're a career person, you want to pursue your career, you can always do that after having your kids. But today I'm here to shatter the tables. I'm here to bring a contrary opinion. I'm here to say, no, I don't agree to that myth, or I don't agree to that common knowledge. Now, in my own opinion, there are consequences to early marriage for the girl or for the girl child. The first consequence of early marriage for the girl is lack of self-discovery. Now, most women go into marriage without discovering themselves, without knowing who they are. I want to take myself, for example. I got married when I didn't know my left from my right. I wouldn't say I don't know my left from my right, but I haven't really discovered myself, even though when it comes to that again, there are people at 40 who haven't discovered themselves. There are people at 50 who haven't discovered themselves. I remember one of my lecturer will always say, old boy means people who are old and yet they are still boys in their thinking. So there are people who are old, who got married at their 30s, but yet they don't really know who they are, or there's no self-discovery for them. So that aside, but for today, or in today's video, my focus is on young girls who are about getting married and yet they don't know them. So one of the consequences is the fact that because as a young girl, you need to discover yourself. You need to know, what are my dreams? What do I want to achieve in life? Most times, the truth is, most times when people take time to discover themselves, they make the right choices in marriage. But when they don't know themselves, they marry anybody. You see a young girl is in love with a drunk. A young girl is in love with an abusive person who is abusing her physically, emotionally, and otherwise, yet she's in love with him because there's no self-discovery. She hasn't discovered who she is. So in my opinion, every girl should discover herself before she talks of marriage. So the second downside of marriage, early marriage for young girls, is the psychological effect. Most times young girls get married and they are not ready for what they find, or they are not ready for what they are about to get into. So the children start coming and they don't know how to take care of the children because she herself is as young as the children she has given birth to. She doesn't know how to take care of the man. She doesn't know how to take care of herself. She doesn't know how to cope with everything that is in the marriage. Marriage is an entire package, right? So she doesn't know how to deal with her in-laws. She doesn't know how to deal with her children. She doesn't know, how to take care of her own self. And most times it leads to psychological breakdown. Most times it even leads to divorce. So in my opinion, this is one of the downside of early marriage. The third effect of early marriage for me is it costs the girl her education. When a girl gets married at the age of 17, 18, 19, 20, most times she's just out of secondary school, or maybe she's still in secondary school, or maybe if she tries, maybe she's just done with maybe her diploma or even degree. But most times young girls have dreams, they have aspirations, they want to go very far. If she were not married, I've seen young girls who because a husband is not forthcoming, they decide, oh, let me go for my master's, or let me go for my PhD. But you see, the moment you get into marriage, you might not be able to achieve that dream of going to school or going high educationally. So for me, these are some of the downsides of early marriage. And most times the girl goes into the marriage and discovers, or the man will not even allow her to further her education. I've seen men who say, oh, just come, oh, marry me, I'll send you to school. But as soon as she gets into the marriage, she starts giving birth, she starts dealing with a lot, and that will be the end for her educationally. So as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the effects of early marriage for girls. The fourth effect of early marriage for girls is the likeliness of divorce. Like I said with the first point, the girl goes into the marriage because she's still young, because she has not discovered herself. She gets married and she feels like, oh, she loves this man. But as time goes on, she realizes herself. And when she starts realizing herself, self-discovery comes in. And then she discovered that her view of life or her perception of life is entirely different from that of this man. She discovered that for herself and the man, they are like two different human beings, two lines that can never meet. And I tell you, most people who end up getting divorced at an older age are people who got married very, very early, not really knowing the kind of man they want in life or the kind of woman they want in life. So by the time she gets there, she discovers, oh, she has dreams. Maybe she wants to be an actor, or she wants to go into politics, or she wants to be an entrepreneur, and the man is saying no. And she discovers that her life is not matching that of the man. It's not fitting, or her life is not fitting into that of the man, because she got married at a time where she didn't really know what she wanted to do with her life. Now that she has discovered what to do with her life, the man is saying no. So most times it leads to divorce. Last but not the least implication of early marriage is the health implication. The health implication, because most times the girl gets married, she's immature. Even if she's able to carry the pregnancy to full term, there's postpartum depression because of the young age. I've seen young girls who give birth and they're looking at this baby like one foreign, like it's a foreign body. Like, is this my child, or who is this human being that will never allow me to sleep at night? So postpartum depression, most times with the pregnancy, there's hemorrhage. Most times it leads, all manner of cases, especially for young girls below 20, all manner of complications, because the girl married at the age where the womb is not matured, or the uterus is not matured enough to accommodate another life or to accommodate another baby. So this, in my opinion, are some of the implications of early marriage for girls. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section below. If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section below. Let the conversation continue down there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and I will see you again in my next. Bye.